Okay, students, so today we are going to start chapter number 4, that is Journal of Accounts. Okay, so let us understand first of all what is journal. Now, journal is a book and it is a fundamental book of double entry systems. While we're recording any accounting transactions, we need to record it first in the first book, that is journal book. Okay, so we can say that a journal book is the first book of accountancy. Okay, now journal book is known as the original entries book. Okay, and it is such a book of accounts where all accounting transactions are recorded in order of date. It means we are recording day to day transactions in a journal book in a chronological order of date. For any trader it is quite hard, or it is not quite easy to remind or to remember all the transactions. Okay, because in on a daily basis a trader is having lots of transactions, so it is quite tough for him to remember all the transactions. So what the traders do, the traders record all the transaction in a book which is called a journal book. Okay, now let us see what are the characteristics of journal book. So journal book is the original book. The very first treatment of accounting transaction is recorded in journal book. That's why it is called the original or fundamental book. Dual effect is the second characteristics. So according to debit credit rule, dual effects are recorded of accounting transaction in it. So whatever the amount we are writing on the debit side, the same amount will be recorded on the credit side also. That's why it is called a dual effect. Now the next one is two column for amount. Now two column for amount means one column is for debit and one column is for the credit amount, which is given in the format you can see over here. The specimen of journal entries is given in your textbook, right, on page number 58. So you can see here that there is two column, debit and credit column, right. Now the next characteristics is order of date. As I already explained you that in journal book all the transactions are recorded on a daily basis in the chronological order, in a chronological order of date. So if the transaction is taken place on the date 1, then one first date transaction will be recorded, and on second date if the transaction is not done, then second date will be not there in the journal book, and the next transaction is happen on third date, then third date will be written. The next one is fifth, narration. After recording journal entry, a brief of transaction is mentioned below journal entry, which is known as narration. This narration provides information about the transaction. After writing every journal entry, we need to write the explanation of that journal entry, that how this transaction has been done, how it happened. So that particular explanation is known as narration. Okay, then let us see that what is the significance of journal, means what is the importance of journal. Okay, so the importance of journal, we can see that all accounting transactions has been recorded in this book according to the time and date, and as all the transactions will be recorded, no transactions remain unrecorded. Okay, next is detailed information. In journal book, a systematic and detailed information of each transaction is mentioned, and how that transaction has been done, the explanation or the detailed information of that particular transaction is given in the journal book. The next is information useful for future. So in journal, at the end of the brief information, each accounting transaction, there is a future information pertaining to transaction becomes available. Okay, so from the entries we can conclude that this particular transaction is related to future information. Next is easy for posting. Now in a journal, two separate column of debit and credit is maintained. So it becomes quite easy to make the accounts, as the debited amount will be recorded on the debit side and credited amount will be recorded on the credit side. The next one is systematic record. Now, since before ending recording the transaction in ledger, transactions are recorded in the journal books as per the rules. So, the transactions are recorded in a systematic manner in ledger. While we are preparing the ledger, now this is given in chapter number 9. We will understand it, the ledger posting in chapter number 9. But to understood this chapter number 9, first we have to clear all the concepts given in chapter number 4. Okay, so here it is said that a systematic recording means if you want to do the posting of particular transaction in ledger, then you must know the journal entries of that transaction, and after giving journal entries of that transaction, posting becomes easy. Now, errorless account is the last importance of journal. So, in journal, according to the rules of double entry system, all the transactions are passed. So, the possibility of errors is minimized. Understood? Now, here you can see there is a specimen of journal. Okay. So, what is there? The column of date, particulars, LF number, debit amount and credit amount. Now, what is this LF number? LF number means a ledger folio number. Okay, this all the four columns you might understood, but this LF means ledger folio number. Whenever we are giving these journal entries, after that we need to make the ledger posting. So each and every account, it is not possible to search every time each and every account transactions or entries. So what do? We just prepare the accounts for that particular transaction, and whenever that transaction is happening, we'll write it in the account, and the account is prepared on which number, that is written on LF number. For example, during a month I purchased the goods for the 20 times. Then for that 20 entries, it is quite tough for me to find out those 20 entries in the journal entries. So what do? I'll just prepare an account of purchase, and on whatever the page number I have prepared that account of purchase, I'll write down that page number over here, LF number. I hope you understood this. We'll continue the next topic in the next video.